Hello everyone, it's Sugar. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw work in progress pictures of that cute little mouse. She's all done now, but I need to make her a stand. So that's what we're gonna do today. First, you need some kind of stick. Because this doll is so small, I'm using a toothpick. I measure it against the doll's leg and cut both ends until it's the right size. Next, I'm tracing a circle on a piece of sturdy cardboard. This will be my base. Remember that the heavier the doll, the larger the base needs to be. I wish I could actually cut cardboard this fast. This type of doll stand uses a sort of saddle to hold the doll up. I take some wire and twist it in a U shape. To be completely honest, at this size the wire is kinda unnecessary. I only used it because I feel a little less nervous when I have a guide. Using my fabric clay, I'm covering up the little wire U. I try to keep it as regular and smooth as I can. Once I'm happy with the result, I use my toothpick to poke a dent in the clay at the base of the U. To attach my toothpick to the base, I also use a little blob of polymer clay. Once I've baked it, I will just glue it down to the base. If the stick had been larger, I could have just glued it directly to the cardboard. So this little mouse with her big thick coat reminded me of when I was a child, and my parents would take me and my sister to Paris to visit our grandmother. So I decided to give her cobblestones, but you could use anything. It doesn't even have to be polymer clay. Moss, fabric, seashells, anything goes. But before I can start decorating, it's time to assemble the different parts I made. Using strong glue, I stick the toothpick to the base, and then the polymer U to the toothpick. I check the size again to see if I need to make any adjustments. It's better if the doll's feet don't quite touch the base, as you'll add another layer with the decorations. Now I'm starting to sculpt the individual stones. This was the most time-consuming step. And looking back, I could have just rolled strips of clay and cut off squares instead of doing them one after the other. Oh well. I baked the squares and glued them down on the base. I used the exact same technique on my Galaxy Dolls tin stand. The only difference is that I sculpted crystals instead of cobblestones. I paint the whole thing black using my trusty acrylic paints. You could use another color, but black will really make the details pop and give a 3D impression. Once the black is dry, I paint the top in a dark grey shade. Using another lighter shade of grey, I dab my paintbrush randomly on the base to create some variety. Using a smaller dry paintbrush and white paint, I highlight the edges of the cobblestones. I blend it out so it doesn't stand out quite as much. One coat of semi-gloss varnish later and you're pretty much done. I could just stop here, but I like to add a few finishing touches. First, I'm gonna cover up the cardboard bottom. I put some glue on the cardboard and press it down against a piece of felt. Once it's dry, I trim the excess. I cut a piece of ribbon and glue it around the stand. Again, I could stop here, but I decided to add the same pearl stickers that decorates my doll's coat. This way you can really see it was made specially for her. And we're done! For real this time, I swear.